As you travel scenic 30A along the beaches of South Walton County, you have Grayton Beach State Park on the south, Watercolor on the north. This story is about YOLO racing and kayaking on Western Lake.
The word YOLO is an acronym for You Only Live Once. And it's a brand, it's a name that we gave to our brand of stand-up paddleboard companies. I was always recreating on this lake, whether it was rowing or kayaking, and then at one point I discovered surf kayaking. So you could leave the dock here in your surf kayak, paddle in flat water, go across the pop-off right through the dune right to the Gulf. At the time I was really excited about that. I thought maybe this is something I should do. This is something I should design boards, share my enjoyment and share what I loved about that. And when I saw the picture of stand-up paddling, it's just a light bulb. I said, that's it. I mean, that's what everyone can do. That's what we can do here. I mean, it's a flat water sport, but it's also a wave sport. It's also a surfing sport. Well, the great thing about stand-up paddling is that I can get you up standing and paddling in your first lesson. It can be learned in less than an hour. And that's what's so exciting. So you can come down here on vacation, rent a board for an hour, and really, not master it, but get it in your first time. Understand what it's like to stand up on the board, because the boards have so much flotation. Hold the paddle the correct way, and then from there evolve into however you want to enjoy the sport. The YOLO board race series has become very, very popular. I mean, our community here in 30A and in South Walton has been very, very, very supportive. We put on a really family-oriented community event in a relay race series where we have 14 women's teams, another 12 to 14 men's teams. We also have an elite division, and it's a 4-person relay format, and it's just a lot of fun. We get the whole family out there. It becomes very competitive. Everyone races a segment of a 3 or 4 minute segment, and it's an all-out sprint. So, it's pretty humbling. It gets you back to the days when you were in 6th grade in field day. I mean, when was the last time you were winded like that? It's a great way to get out and explore, because a lot of these dune lakes you can't take a motorized craft in, number one. The YOLO board is just so simple. You're up in no time, and it's your perspective too. It's not just the water, but it's the surroundings. You're standing up. You can see things from a whole new perspective.
I'm working out of Watercolor, Florida, and we are on Western Lake here, and I do 2-hour kayaking nature tours, and everybody from beginners to experienced kayakers will have a good time. It's easy to learn. You feel right at home pretty quickly. I think there is more emphasis today on learning what else is here other than the white sandy beach. People can only sit on a beach for a couple hours a day at the max. So a lot of people tend to go shopping, but we offer a lot more here. The coastal dune lakes, exploring those, the trails, state parks here. It gets people out from their roundabout routine. The coastal dune lakes here just capture your attention and really pull you in. They speak to you in the way the wind blows across the lake, the smell of the Gulf air coming just over the dunes. It's magical. And I'm kind of an introduction to the lakes at best, and I'm hitting people once, and hopefully they can take something that I share with them back to other people and share it. As a guide, I find myself learning from my people that are on my trips. One who educates is always a student. When we're trying to educate somebody else, we're always open with our own minds and ears, and learn a little bit about yourself out there sometimes. I think the biggest awakening for a lot of people in my groups comes when we are over in the Grayton Beach State Park, and there's a trail, sandy trail, that goes up into the canopy system of the dunes there. And there's a beautiful spread of live oak trees that are just above your head. It feels like you're walking into a greenhouse coming out of the heat of the sun into this shade of relief. And there's a great little poem up there about the trees, and people really just take a step and breathe in the air.